Students, standard 8. Today we will study microorganisms. This is your chapter 3. Organisms that can be seen only under the microscope are called microorganisms. You know very well, okay? The organisms we can't see with your naked eye, but can be visible with microscope. These are known as what? Microorganisms. And these are very tiny enough to be visible. They exist in a vast number all around us. Okay, and they exist here in air, soil, water, bodies, even inside our bodies also. In fact, their number is it is accounted more than half of the total weight of living beings on the earth. Okay, so one of the reasons why microorganisms exist in such number is the fact that they are very hard. Okay, they are very hardy. They can survive in all kinds of environments. Let it be in deserts, polar regions, seas, marshes, or saltwater lakes. Okay, and some of them form spores to survive unfavorable conditions. Means, okay, they form a hard covering around their body, and during the state they remain inactive inside the spores and spring to life again. Means they reproduce again when they get the favorable conditions like food, temperature, moisture, and so on. Okay, though often lumped together, microorganisms are a diverse group of organisms. You know very well, some of them are very helpful and others also cause diseases, and some can photosynthesize, means they can prepare their own foods, means they definitely have chloroplast or chlorophyll. Okay, while others, just like saprophytes, live in decaying plants and animal remains. Okay, and basically they are classified as 5 major groups: algae, bacteria, fungi, protozoans, and viruses. And the study of microorganisms is known as what? Microbiology. So we will study today the first group, and these are known as algae. Algae are simple and plant-like organisms. Okay, they vary a lot in size, shape, and habitat. Habitat means home, but they have one thing in common: all of them have chlorophyll, means they can synthesize their own food. Hence, they produce sexually and asexually. The algae you saw under microscope are green algae, but they are not found in only one color, that is in green color. Okay, you can find algae in other color also, but most green algae live in freshwater bodies and some, however, in marine water, while other grow on moist soil or tree trunks or walls, and some are like Chlamydomonas, which are unicellular, and others like what? Spirogyra, form filaments. Still others are like volvox, live in the clusters or in groups, or they form colonies. Okay, and some are oidogonium and fixed itself here to aquatic plants, while Chlamydomonas and volvox are what? They can swim easily in water. Got it? One of the fascinating group of algae are diatoms. Okay, they are mostly unicellular, which are diatoms, and they have a indefinite range of forms. Okay, they are found in freshwater and marine habitats. Their cell walls are made of silica. When they die, silica accumulates and settles here at the bottom of the lakes or rivers or seas and form siliceous earth. Large masses of diatoms floating in the sea are called what? Plankton. Okay, and these planktons are sometimes treated as foods for other aquatic animals. Not all algae are green and some are brown also. But remember, okay, inside the brown cover, there must be what? Green pigments, and which help the algae to do photosynthesis. Okay. For example, some seaweeds that can grow to a length of 30 to 60 meters. Okay, and these are found in brown color. Got it? And if you take the example of Sargassy, okay, and its names is given due to what? The algae you found in this sea is brown in color. Red algae also mostly marine, growing in tropical and subtropical areas. The green scum you see over wet soil or here on old wells or where water accumulates, means in stagnant water pools. Okay, you will find blue-green algae. These organisms are more like bacteria than like algae. Okay, and they are also known as what? Cyanobacteria. Okay, students. So basically, they come under what? Autotroph types, means they can synthesize their own foods. Okay, although they are found in different colors, but all of them have green pigments. This is the basic things. Okay, so let us discuss some uses. Okay, a gummy substance called algin, obtained from kelp, is used to thicken ice creams, cosmetics, and shaving creams. It is also used in the preparation of medicines. Algae are used in the preparation of medicine and synthetic fibers. Iodine, potassium are the other substances obtained from algae. Okay. अगर a jelly-like substance in which microorganisms and tissue are cultured or grown in the laboratory, each also made from certain algae which are red in color. Okay. Diatom cells depicted on the pads of lake and seas are used to make glass, porcelain, and ceramics also. They also used to make toothpaste and polishes and filters. Certain red algae are eaten here in countries like Japan and China. They are dried and sold as peppery seeds and eaten as vegetables or used to make soups. A lot of research is being done to develop algae as an alternative source of food. Not now, in the future, when there will be acute shortage of food. Okay. And they also greatest provider of oxygen here inside the water, and that helps in breathing of the some aquatic animals, because they are autotroph in nature. They synthesize food, means they leave out oxygen. Okay, and that helps the other aquatic animals. But listen, due to pollution, okay, you know very well nowadays you use many insecticides, okay, fertilizers, and many more chemicals. When these chemicals drain into water bodies, okay, eutrophication happens, means the water gets polluted. So what happens, students? The algae, okay, face alarming situation to survive. Finally they die. So due to that, okay, some aquatic organisms face many problems in getting oxygen here inside water. So finally situation become very worse. Okay, and this process is also known as what? Eutrophications. Got it? So this is about algae. Okay, in the next class we will study about bacteria. Got it?